just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Ford Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There is, and for guys on defense, they've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
They go play action with Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete here. Josiah DeGuara, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. He finds Watson complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Now Lawrence setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
They'll try again with Jones. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Jones is in. Touchdown, Packers. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Drive begins with a carry by Davis-Price. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They run out of the gun with Swift. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Those defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Once again, it's Swift. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. The Lions are 12 and 4 now on the year. They were losers their last time out. Try to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. On first down, Fields. This is the tight end, Fant. And there he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Noah Fant. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I thought, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Second down, here's Davis Price. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Davis Price will try to pick it up. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. 7-7, our score after 1. On 4th down, Fields. He's got his tight end Fant. And he's going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
To try again after the sack. Fields, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll give this to Davis-Price running right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now it's Fields. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And they're going to move it down the inside the 25.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. Throw right side going to be complete to DeGuara. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain. Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Quick slant to Watson. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on fourth down. Give them 11 on the gain there, and it'll be a Green Bay first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. Stops short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And Davis, he's not going to get there. Unable to make it to the yellow line. They stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more. This time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
Now a first down carry by Jones. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. They'll go again to Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Packers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Meanwhile, Fields' throw into the hands of Fant. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, Fields. Going right back to Fant. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
And boy, Charles, it is no doubt a passing league. We get that, but did you ever think we would see someone pass for 7,000 yards in a season? He just went over that threshold.
Brandon, 7,000 yards means you've had a monster game each and every game of the year. If you throw for 350, that would hurt your average. That means you've made every throw, very few drops by your receivers. You've moved the ball effectively every time out.
On play action, Fields.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
A shotgun snap, Fields. Throwing the out route, and he connects with Fant.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Fields. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground.
He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameson Williams.
75 yards.
And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. They'll run it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Just enough push up front. He only needed about 6 inches. He didn't get a whole lot more than that.
No, but he made sure he got enough so they didn't have to worry about measuring it or making it even close. Ends up picking up a couple of yards in a situation, as you noted, where he only needed inches.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll try the right side with Jones.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
An inside give to Jones. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence.
And he'll just throw this one over the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
They'll go with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
Williams.
And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
Tyson Williams with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Packers have moved out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Fields now to throw.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameson Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? One by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in for broadcast.
I just grab a nugget when I can.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Finds his receiver, Watson. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now Fields. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be 2nd down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Lawrence now off the bootleg.
Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Aiden Hutchinson.
What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Lawrence will try again after the pick six. And this is going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Lawrence. Oh, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost him.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Williams will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Williams again, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Tyson Williams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again. Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. To throw is Fields.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
To Williams on a jet sweep.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameson Williams
with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list.
And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Now Lawrence on first down.
And he'll just get rid of it.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
To throw again on second down.
Lawrence. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Here's Lawrence. To Dobbs, and he hauls it in.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe, because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, They have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Lions, a victory in Week 18 gives them a final mark of 13 up and 4 down.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Green Bay,
they finish up the regular season with a mark of 12 and 5.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.